Continuing our conversations about our fathers, I'm here with Chef John DeLucie. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Tell us about your dad.
My dad, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and Brooklyn, and grew up on Long Island. And when, in my formative years, when my friends were learning how to, throw baseballs and shoot foul shots, my dad was teaching me about, John Coltrane and major seventh chords. So, although I must say at that age, I wasn't that appreciative. Not until later in life did I realize, that he'd give me this tremendous gift of culture and music, and I remain eternally grateful to my dad for that.
And you're a very creative person. Did you take a lot of cues from your father in that respect?
My dad, my dad never had a boss. He worked for himself, his whole life. He played music. He sent both my brother and myself to college, playing music, doing the thing that he loved the most, and that was an incredible lesson and model for me, role model for me. Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite memory of your father?
Oh, I have a lot of great memories. When I was a kid, my dad played weddings and bar mitzvahs in a band, and so I would go along with him on these gigs, and so so it was basically like it was 4 jobs a weekend. There were 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday, and on Sunday nights we would at around midnight or 1 in the morning we'd drive home from the gig, and we would listen to jazz radio, WRVR, which was around in those days, and it was a strange thing because I always look forward to that, and we'd work so hard and so many hours. And at the end of the weekend, we'd take this, an hour drive home from the city to our house in Long Island, and listen to this jazz station together. And I ended up looking forward to those rides home on Sunday night.
Is there a quality that your father had that you wish you had more of?
My father has tremendous integrity as a person, and did exactly what he wanted to do with his life. And never became rich or powerful, but incredibly rich and powerful spiritually.
Is there a quality that your father has that you wish you had more of?
Well, my father has a tremendous integrity as a person. He did exactly what he wanted to do with his life. He never became rich and powerful monetarily, but spiritually, there's no one more powerful or richer than him, I believe.
And father-son relationships can be complicated. So much can be nonverbal communication. Is there a way that you carry yourself that you think that you see him?
Many people tell me that I am my father's son. So I guess the answer is absolutely, yeah.
And how is your communication with your father? Is there anything that was ever left unsaid between you two, or something that you wish you could have said better?
I probably haven't told him how much I love him and how much I appreciate him as much as I should have or could have. I love you, Dad.
What's the most valuable lesson he ever taught you?
I think looking back, my dad was the most patient man that I've ever met in my life. So patience would be the one thing, and a very, very witty guy. So wit, patience. He's a good guy, really good guy. Everyone loves him.
And there's so many generational differences between fathers and sons. Is there something about him that you hope gets passed down to you and to the next generation?
Oh, eternal youth. My father's a very youthful guy. He's still very on top of what's happening musically, current events. He's very aware, and he's also very, very good with people. Good at sort of sensing what people are upset about, and sort of being there to sort of helping them get through it.
And so what's your plans for this Father's Day?
We're going to probably go out and eat a lot.
Speaking of eating, is there an ideal Father's Day meal that dads out there should root for?
Well, if my dad had anything to do with it, it would involve prosciutto, mozzarella, and some very crusty Italian bread.
Sounds good. Simple and good,
Yes,
good ingredients,
robust,
right?
yes.
Great. And is there a message you'd like to say to everyone on Father's Day? People thinking about their dads, the dads out there?
Yes, I think everyone should just take a moment and just show some gratitude and of the life lessons learned from your dad. I know I will.
Chef John DeLucie here at The Lion. Happy Father's Day.